Thing is, I kind of developed gluten sensitivity now that I'm older. Oh, hiccups galore. 90s and early 2000s were so much better than now. Hola amigos and welcome to today's mukbang. For today's mukbang we have Rigatoni Arrabbiata. I have no idea what you call this. It's usually called penne arrabbiata. Arrabbiata. It's an Italian dish and I have no idea how to pronounce it, so you know, you just do this and then it's okay, right? So I didn't use penne, I used rigatoni. Oh my god, I'm so bad at pronouncing stuff, but these ones kind of look like the penne pasta, but they are, I feel like, longer and bigger, and then they have a hole in the middle. So they are really fun to eat, I feel like. And so the recipe for it I will put it in the description box down below. And then we have jalapenos on top. It's basically a spicy pasta, Italian pasta dish. Then we have some tofu, or as it's called here, tokwa. And then here, I just thought this would be something fun to eat because these are chips, but they look very similar to the rigatoni pasta. So I was like, that's fun. So I was like, why not? So let's go and grab some food, guys, and let's eat together. I've tasted this obviously because I wanted to make sure the salt and everything was okay, but let's try it now. This is so good, guys. It's spicy, really spicy. I love how the pasta sauce is inside of the pasta too. Wow, that is spicy. Oh my god, this is such a fun dish to eat. What happens if I fill it up? Oh no, I thought it would come out on the other side. Hold on. Let me put a lot in the middle. Didn't come out. For the tofu, wow, that is so spicy. There's chili flakes in it, and I think I had to put a bit too much. Oh my god, I don't get people who don't like tofu. It just has this special taste to it. Guys, you know, growing up, I've always been obsessed with pasta. I grew up in Sweden, and my mom, since she grew up in the Philippines, she really loves rice as her carb. For me, I loved spaghetti, pasta, anything with pasta and gluten, and oh my god. Thing is, I kind of developed a gluten sensitivity now that I'm older, and it was probably from eating too much gluten growing up, honestly. Like, every meal would be pasta and spaghetti and all that. But even though I have a gluten sensitivity, I just can't stay away from it. But it's been a long time since I had pasta though. I can't even remember the last time. You guys should try this out. You could add beans to it. I should have added beans to it, but I didn't want to change the recipe. I think the recipe is originally vegan. Because I didn't see any meat in the recipe. Oh my god. This is almost like a challenge. That's so spicy. Shout out of the day goes to Daniela Martinez Avila. Hope I said that right. Shout out to you, girl. If you guys want a shout out, tell me down below and I'll give you a shout out. Make sure to subscribe. Go down below and say hi to Daniela. Is it Daniela? Yeah, I think Daniela. Also, guys, tell me down below, what's your favorite type of pasta? Oh my god, that's so spicy. I might have put too much. I just poured in the chili flakes. It said 3 to 4 tablespoons. I think I used more. I'm gonna put jalapenos on top of it. My favorite is fettuccine. And the other, like a month ago on my aunt's birthday, we went to a place in Siargao called, okay, I can't even remember, but it was a Italian place, and they had fettuccine, and it was vegetarian, but I just told them to remove to not put in the cheese. And oh my god, so good. I like it even if you just put like, they just put olive oil and sun-dried tomatoes and tomato, like, I don't know what they did, but it just so good. I love sun-dried tomatoes, and this recipe I feel like should have sun-dried tomatoes, but it's so expensive here. I was looking at the mall the other day, in the grocery store, and I think one can, like one, not a can, it was a glass container. It wasn't that big, maybe this big, 300 pesos. So I might buy that, but not now. Maybe on special occasions or something. But that's expensive. Just for sun-dried tomatoes, that's basically, that would be like $6, I think. It's not that bad if it's in dollars, but pesos, that's quite a lot. I checked my analytics, and most of you guys are from the age 18 to 24, but then there's also younger. So, and then I know there's people who are older than 24 as well, but if you guys were born in the 90s or before the 90s, or even before the 90s or in the 90s, tell me what you think about the early 2000s versus now. I know this is a very talked about topic because the millennials are growing up now. I mean, we're adults now, and we're suddenly becoming sentimental. Like, I remember in my teen years, I wasn't sentimental. I never thought about like my childhood because I was still in my childhood, you know. Even though I was a teen, I mean, I didn't think about the times where I was 10 years old, you know. And I guess when you turn, like when you're above 20, suddenly you start to think about your childhood because you miss it, because it felt so good, you know, being a child and carefree and all that. So I feel like this is a huge topic now where people are saying the 90s and early 2000s are like, we're so much better than now. And I agree, but not fully. So tell me down below, which do you think were better, early 2000s or now? And then tell me pros and cons. Because for me, the reason why the early 2000s were better than now, for me, because I was still a kid back then. I was around 6. In the year 2000, I was 6 years old. You know, was I 6 years old? Yeah, I was 6 years old. So I can't really remember that much. Once 2004 hit, I mean 2002, I feel like I remember that. I was around 8. I feel like life was so much easier. Like there was, internet did exist back then, but for us, at least in Sweden, at least where I lived, it wasn't that popular. Because internet was so slow. And there were like no good sites. Like we were on Google sometimes just to have fun. We would research, we would Google images, and that was basically our Instagram. We just looked at pictures. And I don't remember when Friendster arrived, but we got that too. Other social media stuff, I don't remember the earliest ones that I used. I feel like Friendster was the first one. I never got a Skype, and I never got a Facebook account or MySpace. I never got those. But I remember life was so easy because, let's say you want to hang out with friends, you always go out. Because what will you do at home? There's no internet or very, very slow internet. And we would go out and we would actually do things, like experience stuff. I don't know. TV shows were way better. When it comes to movies, oh my god, movies. My favorite movies are in the early 2000s. Like, just the way they filmed those, how simple they all were. And even, I don't know why, but even also like cartoons back then, for Hey Arnold and SpongeBob, I liked it way better because it looked like cartoons. Now cartoons look like real people, like it looks so real and doesn't even look like cartoons anymore. When I'm watching, I'm like, that's way too perfect. You know, I feel like people talked more back then, like face to face, and we would text, but it would be expensive if you call one another, so we would just text, and we would talk a lot, you know. I don't know, I just think, and people were more authentic, you know. It wasn't about, we did take pictures, but it was more about the fun of taking pictures. Now it's more about the likes, how many likes can you get, and how popular can you get because of the picture. But even though I think those things were awesome, I feel like life is also in a way easier now because it's easy to contact people. If you live far from family, you can just FaceTime them. Back then we didn't have that. So if let's say it's the early 2000s now, and we had the technology now that we have now back into the year 2000. I mean, let's say the year 2000 technology was now, let's say we're in the year 2000, but it's the present time, then I would never be able to contact my mom like face to face on FaceTime. We wouldn't be able to see one another, so I would have to wait 6 months or more just to see her face, so that would be hard. So I definitely think there have been a lot of improvements, and obviously like right now, YouTube did not exist yet back then, or if it did, I didn't know about it. It's so easy to research now. I feel like I know so much just because I've researched online. You can get friends from around the world. You can get jobs online. I would never say that I wish this technology that we have today didn't exist. I would never say that, because some people do say like, I wish the internet never existed. I don't think we would be very happy. I mean, I guess people were happy before the internet, and they didn't know any better, you know, so they didn't know what they were missing out on. But when it comes to, you know, when you're so far away from your family, I feel like the internet is your biggest friend, you know. But I do get people who say that they miss the early 2000s, because the movies were way better, and the cartoons. I don't even watch cartoons now, but I mean, sometimes you see them on YouTube. So yeah. Tell me your thoughts. If you told me when I was 12 that we would have this technology now, I would never believe it, because this is so high tech, what we have now. Sometimes I'm still confused. I haven't even tried out the chips yet. Forgot. They look exactly like the pasta. This is barbecue flavor, guys. That's good. Okay, sometimes, you know, I wish I was a personal shopper, because I really enjoy shopping, especially for stuff that are needed in the house. Like, I really want to buy a new, what do you call those things where you put the plates after you wash them? Plate dryer station. That are it's a stainless steel or a really good plastic version. I don't know, I love renovating stuff. That's why when I was younger, I did think I would want to become an architect one day, but then I was like, architecture is more about the structure of the house. And what I'm enjoying is the stuff inside the house. And also, I was like, oh, I could be a interior designer. And I did think about that for a really long time, because I'm very OCD, and I feel like I would be good as an interior designer. Also because I love to organize stuff and I love shopping. But then I thought, you know, it might be hard to get a job as an interior designer. And then I was like, okay, maybe not that. And I was like, maybe I could become an assistant for an actress, and I could like, you know, buy stuff for their house that they need. I don't know why. That's why I loved Extreme Home Makeover. Oh my god, I love that show. But I think there was a rumor that they weren't legit. Like, they would buy or create houses for people, and then the people who live there would have to pay a lot of money, like every month, because of the electricity. Because even though they wouldn't have a mortgage, the electricity obviously of the house would be insane, because they would create these huge houses. They used to have a tiny house, and now they have a mansion with all of these lights and gadgets and, you know, robot vacuum cleaners that would have to be connected to the walls, and I don't know, there was lots of very high-tech stuff. And I did think about that, like, what about the electricity that would have to pay? And then I just didn't think much of it, because I was like, maybe that's for free too. But then I grew up and I realized, wait, no, electricity can't be for free unless they have some sort of solar panels, which solar panels won't cover everything either. So I was like, so what's up with that? And then I found out after researching that apparently, scandal, they had a hard time paying for it. So sometimes they would have to sell the house, and wow, that's kind of sad. That was my favorite show growing up. Favorite reality show. I'm pretty sure at least one of those people are on YouTube right now talking about their experiences. I have to research that. Italian food is quite simple. Not all of it, but like some people, I watched it on TV once. I don't know. They were talking about what Italian people eat, and sometimes they just eat straight up pasta, spaghetti, and olive oil and some salt. I'm like, what? That's it. But their pasta over there and spaghetti is way yummier than like here or anywhere else apparently, so that's probably why. Oh yeah, I have a food coma now. I had a food coma earlier today because I ate laing, which is a coconut. I did a mukbang on that coconut dish, and I felt so sleepy. I fell asleep. I never nap, guys. So that was insane. I had a huge food coma. It was as if I ate cheese or something, because dairy makes me groggy. So, but it didn't. I mean, it doesn't have dairy. So I was like, what? So it's just I have the hiccups now. Anyways, guys, oh my god, I hope you guys enjoyed today's mukbang. Please go down below and subscribe to this channel, AriaVille, and turn on the post notifications so you know when I upload a new video. Okay, this is just great. And tell me down below what your favorite pasta is, and what's your favorite Italian dish. I have so many questions. I'm just going to put this in the fridge. I'm pretty sure these will be okay in the fridge. Okay. Oh, hiccups galore. Please go down below and subscribe to this channel, AriaVille, and turn on the post notifications so you know when I upload a new video. thanks guys. Thanks for watching guys. Gracias por ver, and I will see you the next time. What? Adios amigos, my hair is coming out now. Oh, adios amigos. Ooh.
Should be backslash ugly. Thank you, Joe.
I'm not gonna pay him for that laugh. I'm gonna pay him. Maybe we should start paying him. Remember when you discovered that Frankenstein is not the monster for